he went on to say in longer parts of that interview that this person was wearing camel pants. They hadn't recognized him before. They didn't know where he was from. They just heard the gunshots and thought immediately, I need to get out of here.
Okay, so I now have a few updates in the church shooting that took place earlier today in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Now, we know that the suspect rammed his truck into the church, proceeded to open fire on the congregation, the members of the church. He even set the church on fire. Police managed to neutralize him, and they actually pulled out a couple of IEDs from his truck. So it looks like he was trying to, blow the whole thing to smithereens. However, it looks like the fire, from the overhead view, it looks like the fire managed to destroy much of the church. And the scary part is that police believe there are still victims inside. At first, we knew there was one casualty, about 10 people in the hospital. Right now, I believe that number is around the same, around a dozen people in the hospital, but the death count has now risen to 2. Another person died in the hospital from gunshot wounds. However, they believe there are people who were trapped in the church. Witnesses reported seeing people lying on the ground who had been hit, and now the church has burnt. You've seen the pictures. It's burnt to the ground. Also, there's a possibility that there were people hiding in the church that couldn't escape the flames. So it's an all-around devastating situation that looks like it's only going to get worse in the coming minutes and hours. Now, we do have better pictures of the suspect's vehicle, and it looks like he may be an Iraq war veteran. At least the license plate shows that he is. Maybe he stole the truck. I don't know. There's a lot of details that are unclear at the time of this recording. All I know is that the license plate on the vehicle shows that it's an Iraq veteran. There's also American flags hanging from the vehicle that look kind of new. And I believe there was a law enforcement officer that actually gave a quick update just moments before I sat down to record this video. So I want to show you guys that clip really quickly, and then I'll be right back with more.
Hi, Chief Rennie, Grand Blanc Township Police Department, here to give you an update on the active shooter situation that we had, and it settled just recently on today's date at 10:25 a.m. So I want to give the community just a brief update. There has been one more fatality due to gunshots. That person had died at a local hospital. As far as reunification, if you're wondering how to reunify with your family member, I want to provide you with a phone number. That phone number is 248-705-7352. That number will lead you to the Red Cross, who is on scene over there at Trillium with several people who were at the church when this incident took place, and they will be able to tell you where your family member is at. For the community, we know that you're hurting right now, and we also want to provide services to our entire Grand Blanc community, starting tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and all throughout this week at the Grand Blanc Township Police Department. You could come in if there's anything that you're thinking, anything that you want to talk about. We'll have counselors on staff. So 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. starting tomorrow at the Grand Blanc Township Police Department all week long. So I plan on giving the community an update through a press conference starting at 5 p.m. today, also at the Grand Blanc Township Police Department.
Now, at the time of this recording, law enforcement has yet to identify the suspect, but I think that's going to change soon. In fact, by the time you're watching this video, they may have already officially identified him, because I can confirm that there is a heavy law enforcement presence outside of a home in the area, a home that just so happens to belong to a 40-year-old man. We know that the suspect was 40. And it also happens to belong to an Iraq war veteran, We know that the license plate says that whoever owned the truck was an Iraq war veteran. So law enforcement has this house surrounded, and the house belongs to a man by the name of Thomas Jacob Sanford, a 40-year-old Iraq war veteran who just so happens to own the same kind of truck that we saw at the church. So I believe that this is indeed the suspect. Even though law enforcement hasn't officially confirmed it yet, it's basically confirmed by people in the area. Now, the interesting part is, last night there was actually a bomb threat at a store right by this house, right by Thomas Jacob Sanford's house. There was a bomb threat at a Meyer. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. We don't have those down here in the South, but there was a threat at a local business, which was like right across the street from this house just last night. I don't know if they were able to figure out who caused that threat or not, but I'm pretty sure it was the same guy who went and did what he did at that church. And right now, it's looking like it's Thomas Jacob Sanford for sure. Now, Thomas is a Marine veteran that I believed served in Iraq from 2004 to 2008. Looking through some of his posts, he seems to be a family man with a wife and a kid. As of right now, no idea what his motive is, but I do think that he's definitely linked to the threat that came in last night for sure. And as more details come in, because even as of right now, this information that I'm bringing to you has not been confirmed by law enforcement, although it's been confirmed by sources, on the ground in the area that have firsthand information. So as more information pours in, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. I'll also be keeping you updated over on X, so be sure to go follow me over there as well. But with that being said, let me know what you think of this down in the comments below. Hit the like, share the video, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.